Hi guys, here with some quick instructions for your 20th Century America project number 2. This is Mount Rushmore. It is in South Dakota. It is a stone mountain that has 4 presidential heads memorialized into it. And the question that you're going to address in our project is, why is Teddy Roosevelt one of the 4 presidents on Mount Rushmore? Have you ever wondered why he was added with Lincoln and Jefferson and Washington? So you'll use this document. There's some instructions here, or some background information here about the building of Mount Rushmore, and a really neat little video about how it was built and why it was built. And for those of you like me who've never been there, it was pretty interesting. There's also a lot of controversy about Mount Rushmore. It is built on Lakota Native American land. It was land given to the Lakota in a treaty in the 1800s, and then the United States government seized the mountain and blew it up to put people's heads on it. So it is very controversial, and there's an article here about it, as well as another great little video about that controversy, as well as a really neat thing about the construction of a new memorial not far from Mount Rushmore, the Crazy Horse Memorial. So there's some stuff there. So your task for your assignment today is to work on how we develop a thesis statement. It's something we do consistently all throughout your different grade levels and your courses, but how do we develop a thesis statement and then support it? We can have opinions. Everyone can have opinions, but it's about being able to support an opinion with good evidence. So the question that I'm asking of you is, should President Theodore Roosevelt have been selected as one of the presidents memorialized on Mount Rushmore? That's basically the question. It's kind of a yes-no question, but you might have a variety of different ways to go about answering that question. So the first thing you need to do is develop a thesis statement. I put a link here that gives you some information about how to make a good thesis statement, but you're going to make a thesis statement to answer the question. I have given you a few things for you to consider. Think about what he's done, whether what he did was positive or negative for the United States. Did he do enough in his time in office? How do his accomplishments compare to the other presidents that are on Mount Rushmore? How do his accomplishments compare to the presidents that aren't even on there? Is there a different president that you think would have been better served to be memorialized there? I put a little bit here about the person who designed it and why he chose the presidents, and you can consider that, and how justified you think he was in choosing Theodore Roosevelt. We're not going to talk about the other 3 presidents because we've already done them this year. So this project is just on Theodore Roosevelt. So how do you find evidence for your thesis statement? I have given you sources. You do not need to go find any other sources. So you have 2 lessons that you just read on Theodore Roosevelt. You can go back into Odyssey-ware. You can gather data and examples, details. There are 2 websites here. One is from the United States government on the presidency of Theodore Roosevelt, and the second one is from the University of Virginia, called the Miller Center. So you can use either of these websites and the Odyssey-ware, any combination of these sources. You do not need to find sources anywhere else. Therefore, you do not need to provide a source list because you should be using the sources I've given. So all of the students have 2 choices. You can choose either option A or option B. You're not doing both, just pick one. So option A is you just type this up. So you write this up into a multi-paragraph response. It'll be a minimum of 3 paragraphs, and it can be longer than that if you would like it to be, and if you have evidence that would support having other topic sentences. So you'll type it up and you'll turn it in as a Google Doc. If you do not want to do the writing part of this, if you choose option B, then you'll just prepare. You'll still prepare your thesis statement. You're still going to need to come up with topic sentences and evidence, but you don't have to formally type it all up and edit it and all of those things. You could record it as a Flipgrid. So option B is you go here, click on the link for Flipgrid, make sure you are speaking to the camera, make sure you include your thesis statement at the beginning and your topic sentences and your supporting evidence. So if you want to practice your writing skills, you're going to choose option A. If you're going to practice your speaking skills, you're going to choose option B. Both of them are doing the same thing, it's just how you want to present it. I did provide a pre-writing or pre-speaking organizer. This is not an assignment. You do not need to turn this in. If for some reason you'd like to use it, which I'd recommend, you just go up here to File and select Make a Copy, and right here, and then you'll be able to make a copy, and then if you want to use it, you can put it into your own computer. Okay, but basically it shows you what you should say or write in your first paragraph, your second paragraph, your third paragraph, and then you may have more than one additional things that you're going to include depending on how much evidence you have. All right, if you got any questions or any problems, please let me know. Hope you guys are all doing well. See you soon.